What's up, nerds, and welcome to another episode of the DNA Pow Block.
Pow Block.
Where we have Corey, our Nintendo expert of the group, to give us his insight into some questions from the community about Nintendo and what they're kind of doing as a company. So, we get a kind of an insight from someone who's been a longtime fan from that.
I'm excited about this week's episode.
Yeah. This is one I could actually comment on because this
I know.
Something I'm interested in.
Last episode, I felt like I was boring you. Probably everybody else.
I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Nintendo's an interesting company.
Yeah, they do a lot
for
of
better or for
things.
worse. Nintendo is interesting.
All right, well.
They like to keep it fresh.
Yeah, well, not really. Their consoles are kind of stale compared to other consoles.
It's true. Sorry, Nintendo. I love you, but
anyway,
it's time to catch up.
This week's question is from Edward. He asks, what's up with the complete lack of new Metroid and F-Zero games? Merchandise sells. They're popular characters. What gives?
Well, here's the thing. F-Zero is a great racer.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of that awesome pod racing game.
Okay, but F-Zero was a lot better than that pod racing game.
I know. That was a joke.
The last F-Zero game I played was probably
the GameCube one?
Yeah.
Because that was the last one that came out.
Yeah, I think actually the GameCube one was the last one I played.
It was such a good one. It was developed by Sega. Fun fact.
Oh, well, it was actually pretty fun. I didn't play a whole lot of it, but when I did, it was fun.
Yeah. F-Zero, I don't know. It doesn't like. Let's just start with F-Zero because I know we're gonna have a lot to talk about on Metroid, but yeah. F-Zero to me is not. It's a great game. It's a fun franchise. It's got cool characters in it. I think Nintendo could really do something with F-Zero in the future.
The only character everyone knows is Captain Falcon.
Yeah, and he's not even
think he's a Smash Brothers character.
And he's not even a main character in F-Zero. Like he's not even the main character in F-Zero, which is hilarious. But I just feel like Nintendo doesn't really know what to do with its dormant franchises. And I think, F-Zero, if they put out F-Zero on the Wii U, selling, 13 million units maybe, it's not going to sell very well.
No.
You'll get the hardcore Nintendo fans to buy it. But you see new franchises like Splatoon, and you see games like Mario Kart. Mario Kart's going to sell way more than F-Zero, and I know they don't want to put two racing games on Wii U or on their system. So I think you're always going to see the Mario Kart game first. The only way I could see F-Zero selling well enough is if they made it a launch title.
It's I'd say F-Zero is way more of a hardcore racing game.
Yeah.
It's like Mario Kart is one for kids to play, and F-Zero is one for because that high speed racing is like stuff that's hard to do.
I don't know if the last time we played Mario Kart there was not so kid friendly language.
Well, that's a different discussion that's for us involved playing it. That was our fault. It's not necessarily the game's fault. So, but it's because it's just hard. I don't expect a kid to have that reaction time to be able to turn as quick as you need to and be able to
Yeah, it's very fast and very Twitch based racing game, which is weird to say.
And I think that's part of the reason why we haven't necessarily seen something is because Nintendo's been doing that whole more kids-friendly kind of zone. So they don't want to... I mean, if somebody would come along and probably offer to make one for them, they might let them and just let them get money for it. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, that's probably why Sega made the last one. Mm-hmm. I mean,
Yeah. Plus, there's a game that came out on Wii U very recently that was... honestly, it was probably pitched to Nintendo as an F-Zero game. It's called Fast Racing Neo. It is straight up F-Zero. It's got the pads that make you go faster. It's got the boosts that make you slide left or right depending on what shoulder buttons you press. It's a really fun game. If if you're itching for F-Zero and you want a new one, it's $15 on the eShop. You should definitely download it. It's awesome. You get to customize your racers and everything. It's really fun. But, you know, if a developer like that is going to make a game like F-Zero and Nintendo's still making money off the back end from this game, Nintendo doesn't need to make an F-Zero. They don't need to pour, you know, resources into developing F-Zero. If someone's already making it. Right there, Joey.
I'm fine.
Don't leave me, Joey.
I just can't breathe right, you know?
Yeah. It's okay. We've been talking for a long time. But anyways, you know, Nintendo doesn't need to pour resources into a game that's going to sell just as many copies as this, you know, $15 game, you know, to appease some fans. You know, they're going to put their resources.
Sorry. It still was there.
They're going to put their resources into, you know, the next Mario, Zelda, you know, the games that sell millions of copies. You know, they're probably in pre-production on the sequel to Splatoon because that game sold so well. You know, they're probably already working on Smash NX. They're probably already working on Mario Kart NX. They're already working on Pikmin 4, which, you know, the last one sold remarkably well. I'm actually surprised that it sold. I think it sold almost 2 million units, which is surprising for a Pikmin game. But, you know, I just think Nintendo's not going to pour the resources in when it's clearly that game, and there's probably a couple other games. Plus, releasing F-Zero for Super Nintendo is on the eShop. So there's probably a lot of smart people analyzing, okay, they're buying this game. How many units did this sell? Would it be worth us doing this? You know? Or, oh, they bought F-Zero for Super Nintendo. Do you think it's worth... I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of prototype F-Zero somewhere.
Probably.
Because Nintendo's a big company. They have prototypes everywhere. You know, Star Fox Wii U started as a prototype. And look where we're at. We're finally getting it in April. I'm so excited.
Hopefully.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Star Fox Zero. I don't care if it's bad. It's going to be awesome. But that's my take on F-Zero, at least. So,
how about for Metroid? I mean, this is a franchise that I've been in love with for a while now, and I haven't. I mean, they haven't really put out a game that I would consider a Metroid game for a while now. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the other M was okay. It was.
I kind of liked Other M, but not for the story cutscene reasons. Just for like the gameplay was. It gave you that 2D Metroid feel in a 3D space, which was really awesome. Not that the Prime games weren't that, which Metroid Prime, the first one, is just the most amazing game ever.
I really want is another Metroid Prime game. Yeah,
and they did come out and say that then if you know if we are developing another Metroid Prime, it's going to be for NX. So that's probably where we'll see that. But
that's kind of what I expected. Because I feel like what they might do is, since they're working on adding in that like multiplayer infrastructure kind of thing, is they might actually make it like a multiplayer shooter game.
Yeah, and that's what Metroid Prime Federation Force is supposed to be, a Metroid version of Destiny. Like, and that, like, I know people don't want that game because it's not Metroid, but honestly, if you added that type of multiplayer, not necessarily Destiny to the Metroid universe, but like added some sort of multiplayer element to it. Like, this is what I always said: give me Metroid Prime, give me a single player campaign like Metroid Prime. Add a multiplayer suite similar to Halo or something, you know, where you can,
like Metroid Prime Hunters when they had that for the DS.
Yeah, like give me a multiplayer game. They did it in Metroid Prime 2, and like nobody played it, but that's because Xbox Live was coming out, Halo 2 was out, you know, everybody was gearing towards Xbox for that sort of game. But I always thought if they did a Metroid Prime game, like give me a bounty hunter that I can customize, give me some perks, give me some attachments for my weapons, let me choose how to build my bounty hunter and take it into battle with a fire team, and you know,
let me roll into a ball and throw mines at people. And
why not?
Yeah.
I
mean, like have that be one, like you have certain power-ups, like you can either have like a charge blast or something, or like a normal, like, I don't know, like you could like literally go through and like make her power-ups work in like a multiplayer kind of sense, and have like maybe, you know, not necessarily have everyone have exactly, Samus's suit, but just have like some of the power ups from that.
Yeah, and like I know a lot of people think Metroid sells well, but it really doesn't. Metroid does not sell very well. On the Wii, when Metroid Prime 3 came out, by the end of the Wii's life cycle, it sold 108 million units. The Wii and then Metroid Prime, like I think they said Metroid Prime Trilogy and Metroid Prime 3 Corruption total together sold just over 3 million units. Which, you take those numbers, 108 million Wii's out there, and only 3 million of the user base bought the Metroid. Like,
yeah,
it's not a lot.
No,
that's not a lot at all. So, I mean, Metroid has always been a hardcore Nintendo fan favorite game.
Yeah.
I mean, I would put it on the same tier as like Zelda for me. I love Metroid. But, why would you spend all this time and resources on them? It's the same thing, the same F-Zero thing. Why would you put all this effort into that when you could crap out a Mario game for less money and sell like more. 20 million units?
Yeah. Like
New Super Mario Brothers. Great games. Not the Mario game I want, but, they sell.
Right.
They sell. And Nintendo's obviously aiming towards the kids market still. So I don't know. I think, they did release the Metroid Prime Trilogy on the eShop for Wii U. That's a good start. They did release all the Game Boy Advance games and Super Nintendo game and stuff on the on the eShop. So, that's good starts. But I honestly think Metroid is one of those once kind of every other generation type games, just like F-Zero. Because F-Zero was actually supposed to be a launch title for Wii U, and that project got scrapped because they didn't think it would sell. They made New Super Mario Brothers instead, and that was that and Nintendo Land were the only two Nintendo produced launch titles for Wii U. So I don't know. I love Metroid. I want another Metroid so bad. I don't care where it comes from. Like I honestly would go for a 3DS 2D sprite based Metroid again, you know, or I mean, another thing that people were talking about is what if they made like New Super Mario Brothers 3D assets and a 2D world? Why don't they give us a Metroid like that?
They could.
That would be totally awesome. And then the very wishful thinking is like Metroid Maker, like Super Mario Maker, but that's like
that would be intense.
That's like way out in left field.
That would be intense.
I would even take those games. I actually prefer those types of games over Metroid Prime, even though Metroid Prime is one of the best games ever made. But I just think that's where Nintendo's head is at. Like, if their console is struggling, they're not going to spend the resources to make a game that's not going to sell well.
Right.
That's
the bottom line.
But man, I want a new Metroid. And I actually really want Federation Force. It's literally Metroid Destiny on 3DS.
Oh, it's on 3DS?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm really excited to get back into Destiny after this April.
Yeah.
Even though I'm probably going to get Destiny on the NX when it comes out.
Well, then you'll have it across all three consoles. Maybe there'll be some special reward for doing that.
Well, here's the thing. If NX is, with all this cross-platform thing going around and, you can play people on other platforms and NX is said to play with other platforms, maybe.
Maybe when Destiny 2 comes, we'll be able to play with everyone.
Maybe. That'd be great. That would be great.
There'd be so many more people.
That'd be great.
So many more children.
Just think of the matchmaking pool.
So many more children.
Yes. So excited.
Anyway.
We're not playing Call of Duty. We're not playing 12-year-olds.
There are 12-year-olds all over Destiny.
Seriously?
Yes.
I have never encountered one.
Oh, they're all over the place. Literally, have you ever tried doing the LFG, finding your group for a raid?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't raid unless it's people I know.
Oh.
I only like to get yelled at by people I know.
You don't like getting yelled at by the people's parents?
No.
Not the people actually playing, but the parent, because they're yelling at the kid to do so. Anyway. Thank you for watching this episode of the DNA Pow Block.
do it every time.
Yeah, do those YouTube things. Like, subscribe, share this video. Feel free to check out all of our other content on digitalnerdadvocates.com. I don't know. Anything else you wanted to mention?
No.
I think we're good. All right. Well, until next time, we're out.